Okay, so you want some pictures to put in your junk journaling. So if you have something like Print Shop or something like that, you can use that. But you don't have to go spending money on that. Um, you'll have a Microsoft Word or something like that, some kind of word processing. You can use that. You can also use the other one that comes with Word. Oh, and if you don't have it, hold on. You might not have it on your desktop. So then, I asked my son, oh, don't mind this down here. This is an old laptop. And if it is slow on here, I'll go to the one. I think this is Windows 8. I'm not sure. So we're going to go down to Microsoft Office and click on that, which will then, that drop down menu will give you the Microsoft Office Word, which I just have an old version because it was cheap and I don't have to pay every year for it. It was like a student teacher version. All right, and then, why do I have two open now? Weird. All right. I prefer Google Chrome, but a lot of people like Explorer. I just prefer Google Chrome. All right, so then you search for images. Let's say you want to do flowers. And say you want vintage flowers. And say you want them to be illustrations. I do that a lot. So that's what you would type in. And then it says you could click on this, which will bring you the images, or you can click right up here where it says images, and that will bring up all the images. And then when you click on one, well, that's not what I wanted to happen. Oh, don't click up here where the money is. Go down. So now when you click on one, left click, sorry. If you left click on one, it'll come up. Either it'll come up all in the middle and you can just scroll through this way so you can see them better. So you can just click on this little arrow right here till you find one you really like. That way you can see them bigger. Like that one's real pretty. They're all pretty. I don't know. But you might, if you're going to fussy cut it, you're going to want to find one that doesn't have a lot of tiny little things. That one's really pretty. All right, so now we're going to right click, which is this one on the right. Well, it helps if you right click in the right place. Okay, be on the picture and right click. And then just bring your arrow down to copy image. And then we're going to go back to our Microsoft Word. And then we're going to right click again. And we are going to paste. Now, it's probably going to fill the whole page when it comes up. And this is a laptop, my old laptop, so it takes a little bit longer. Now, I want it on a pocket. I don't want it that big. But how am I going to know what size it is? Let's go up here to View. I think is where we want. And then we want to click on Ruler. Now, you can see how many inches it is. So now when you click back on the picture, and you can there we go. Like I said, just kind of get it where the arrow is like that, and then you can shrink it. And as long as you do it from the corner, in this program, it should keep it the same dimensions. If you do from the top, it's just going to make it shorter. If you do from this, like, it'll make it short and fat, which you might like, you might not like. And then you can go from the side to try to even it out. But it might not be the same exact dimensions you started with, and you might want those dimensions back. So then you go to Home. Oh, well, actually here I don't have to go to Home. I just go here, Back, and then click that back again, and now you're back to what you had before you shrunk it down the wrong way. So you might want it to be, so say you want it to be about 2.5 inches wide. So you just keep going down to about the middle there should be. And now you've got about 2.5 inches wide. Now you do have some space on each side, so this is actually going to be closer to 2 inches or just under 2 inches. And then click anywhere on the page to get off of that. And then you can go back here and find another beautiful illustration. And now, you don't want the ones that say, have these little things on them. That means they're copyrighted, they're not in the public domain. You would have to click on that and go buy it, but you don't need to. There's plenty of stuff on here that you can use. Let's see, and you can just keep clicking till you find what you do like. See, there's like a whole, that one has the eye stuck. It's hard to see on here. And there's a black and white one. Those are nice. You could even color that in yourself with some markers or coloring pencils or watercolors. And there's a pretty rose. Let's see. There's other things you can look up too. And what you look up makes a difference. So I prefer illustrations, so I'm almost always looking for vintage illustrations. And usually the only thing that changes is this. Helps if I actually press enter. Alright, now skip this line here. That's always going to be ads. So now we can click on here, and then you can come over here and see it bigger. On my other computer, this doesn't come over on the side like this. My other computer has Windows 10, I think, and it just is big in the middle. But it's the same concept. You just click the little arrow. Although I think the arrow is down here on the bigger, which I probably could expand this if I wanted to. Now, if you were to click on this, what it does on my computer is it just puts it in a new window. And then you can, you know, should still be able to right click and copy image. And then I can just go back. So now you're like, well, why can't I go back? Well, that's because you're in a new window. You just have to click on your old window you were in. No biggie. I didn't even ask for black and white. Give you black and white. That's funny. Usually I have to ask for black and white photos if I want black and white photos. See, if you're going to do a barnyard theme, those would be perfect. Let's do it again. Right click, copy image, back to here, right click, paste, and then if you like them that big, keep them that big. Want them smaller? That weird noise is my ice machine, I think, if you hear it. And then you have your ruler up here, which we went to view and clicked on ruler. You could also add grid lines, which I guess if you want to, I never do though. Then just unclick it to make those go away. Now, if you don't want to waste all this space on the side here, you just go to page layout, margins, and just click on narrow, and that will give you a smaller margin on the side while still being where your printer will print. You can do custom. Most printers will print a 1/4 inch. Most printers will not print a 1/4 inch around the edges, so you want to at least have a 1/4 inch margin on every side. So I hope that helped. And then there are also, if you want to sell anything eventually, there are websites that have copyright free things, and I can't remember any of them right now. I know the book The Florist is safe to make copies of and stuff, but it's cool. But you can even find Beatrix Potter pictures on here. Look, there's a squirrel, but he's got an eye. You have to look really carefully. Sometimes you have to see it bigger to be able to see. See, you don't want to print that one because it says, there's a little copyright stamp on there. But like this one, no copyright stamp. That's from an old book. And this one, no copyright stamp. And this one's really cute, but no copyright stamp. So you'd be able to print that and fussy cut them and get what you like. So I hope this helped, and happy printing and happy cutting. I'm assuming you know how to print, but you just click on this circle up here and then print, print. And then you got to make sure you choose the right printer. Mine doesn't always have the right one picked, but I've been printing lately, so it has more. See, that's my old one. I don't know why it's still in there. I need to get rid of it. And then you just print, and you decide whether you want to print on cardstock or regular paper, or take the chance and put tea-dyed paper that is nice and flat and crisp and doesn't have ripped edges. But start with just plain paper, and you'll be, that way it's not so hard to cut, and it's not going to be too thick for your pockets or wherever, or your tags or whatever you're going to put them on. All right, I hope this helps. Have a delightful day.